Hi, welcome to this video on Excel moving data covering copy, cut, paste and move. You can see on screen I've got some cells showing the days of the week with a yellow background. Now I want to copy that data and move it down to a different row. So like with anything in Excel, there's a number of ways of doing this. If I highlight first of all the range that I want to copy, I can press Ctrl C, or I can use the copy button here to take a copy of the data that I want to paste. So if I press Ctrl C, then I move to another cell and I can either press the paste button or I can press Ctrl V to paste it. Now, when you copy or cut something, you get this little moving jagged line around it. I don't know if you can see that. While that little moving jagged line is there, that means that Excel has got that in memory. So if I do Ctrl V again, it'll paste it again. It's still there in memory. It's still got a jagged bit. I can press paste. It's still there. There's another way of pasting. That's to press the Enter key. So if I press Enter, you'll notice that it's pasted it, but also the little jagged line has disappeared and the paste button's now inactive. What happens when you press the Enter key is it pastes it and it presumes that's the end of it and it gets rid of that copy from memory. So if you want to copy it again somewhere else, you're going to have to recopy it. The other alternative is you press Cut. You want to move it. So if I press Ctrl X or press the Cut button and I go to another area and I press Paste, what that does is it basically moves it, so it's taking it from here and put it here, and also it's cleared down the data from memory, so you can't re-paste it without actually taking another copy. Now, there's another way of pasting as well. So if I copy this again, we have an option here to, if I just go to this cell, if I press my right mouse button, we have some paste options here. One of them is just paste, so it's Ctrl V or it's Enter or it's the paste button. One of them is values, so it doesn't copy the formatting, it just puts the text in. One of them is formulas, so if these were formulas, if these were prefixed with an equals and they were a formula, then it would copy the formula into this cell. And this one here is called transpose, and what that does is it takes the data, it looks at how the data was initially, so in this case it was going across, and it will transpose it to paste it downward. And then there's other options besides as well, so you can transpose it the other way. So I copied data that goes up and down, you can transpose it to left and right. You've got formatting, so in this case it ignores the text and just does the formatting. And then this last one is hyperlinks, which I don't think we've touched on yet, but this is how you paste hyperlinks from one cell to another. If you're finished, if you've done your copying and you're finished with your pasting, you might still have this little moving jagged line around whatever it was you copied. If you press Escape, that'll disappear. It's out of memory and you can carry on typing, pressing the Enter key without fear of pasting data. You can copy and paste full columns and rows. So when you copy a column, you don't just paste it, you insert it. So if I do that, you'll see now I've inserted that copy into there. Same with a row. So if I do copy and I right click, I get the option to insert, and that's what it's done there. And I'll press Escape to get rid of that. The last thing I want to do, sometimes you don't need to cut and paste. Sometimes if you highlight this, you just want to move the data. So in that case, when you highlight a range, if you just go to the edge of that range, you'll see how the cursor changes. When that cursor changes, you can left click and drag your data to another area on the screen. Now be careful not to drag using the fill handle, just make sure that you've grabbed onto one of the lines, the side or across the bottom, and you can drag your V2. That's the end of this video. I hope you find it helpful.